How's it going, everyone? Welcome to week 14 of the course. Hard to believe that we only have 3 weeks left. This week, one more week of the semester, along with finals week. So I wanted to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing both this week, along with the remainder of the semester. So since this week is a holiday week, we're only going to have a limited amount of lecture. We'll have about 45 minutes. It may extend a little beyond that. I hope not. But it's really going to focus on the 3-question homework assignment that we have due this Sunday. And that assignment is solely focused on Chapter 8. It deals with the basics of dry friction. And during that lecture, I'm at least going to cover, at minimum introduce, but maybe solve all the way, 2 of the questions from this week's homework assignment. So if you want to wait to start until that lecture's up, it would save you a little bit of time. But the homework is up now, so if you want to start beforehand, feel free. In addition, I'm going to get all of the grading wrapped up before Friday, and I'm actually going to post some current grades on the Course Canvas course that take all of your homeworks, kind of average them together, take your adjusted exam grades and so on, and let you know where you're at heading into the final week of the course, along with final exam week. So week 15 is the last week that we will meet. Our whole focus is going to be on exam 3. Now, exam 3 is going to be a little bit different than the first 2 exams. Namely, it's not going to have a time limit. It's going to feel more like a homework. What I'd like you to do is watch the lecture where I'll kind of discuss some basic concepts from the 2 remaining chapters that we have to cover, 9 and 10. And then I'll say, hey, here's how you would set up a problem. Now go into exam 3, which isn't timed, and actually finish that problem. So hopefully that'll be a little bit less stress for you, and we can go over some concepts that are really important from chapters 9 and 10, which we haven't done yet. In addition, there will be a couple problems from chapters 7 and 8, and those will be solely based upon homework assignments that you've already had. During the final exam week, we are going to have a cumulative final. If you remember, 65% of your grade consists of 4 tests, one of which is the cumulative final. It's going to be really high-level focused. It's not going to be in mastering engineering at all. There's not going to be any there's not going to be any detailed problems. I am going to do a review where I basically say, hey, if you tell someone that you passed statics, these are the basic things that they'll expect that you know how to do. And a lot of it is just basic vector mathematics, being able to work with cross products, being able to find the angle between 2 vectors, knowing how to write the expression for a unit vector, how to compute a moment, knowing the equations of equilibrium, and so on. So I imagine this will be like a test that'll take you about an hour that really is just going to allow me a chance to make sure that anyone that's leaving the course with a passing grade can speak fluently about the learning outcomes of this course. So it's not intended to be anything tricky or stressful or anything like that. It's really, in my opinion, a chance to let you see all that you've learned. Because I remember when I was taking the statics and dynamics courses, and you're working all these challenging problems, and sometimes you get one and you're like, I have no clue how to start this. I didn't learn anything. But that's definitely not the case. It's important to work those kind of problems because those are the things that are going to be expected from you in dynamics and in all your future coursework, like strength of materials and so on. However, we have went over a lot of basic concepts from mathematics, particularly vector calculus and physics. And we want to make sure that you recall all of those and really have evidence of the building blocks that you need in order to go on to dynamics. And just because I say that none of those were going to be in mastering engineering, it doesn't mean that there won't be any like homework or statics like problems. It's just that they're going to be on the quicker and easier side, just really testing your basic comprehension and making sure that you're ready to move on in the course. And as long as you watch that final lecture review that I will post, I think you're going to be 100% fine. Again, it's really for your benefit, even though I know when people say that about a test, it's hard to believe them. But let me know if you have any questions. Again, this week, just a brief lecture on Chapter 8, along with 3 homework problems of Chapter 8. Then we'll move on and finish up the course, Chapters 9 and 10 next week, with Exam 3, which is basically going to be our homework for that week. So hope everyone is doing well. Happy Thanksgiving, and hope you enjoy your break. I'll talk to you soon.